It is said that humans use only 10% of our brain's capacity to really think about our decision-making process, but after reading this comic, I don't think the smartest minds, the most thoughtful philosophers, or even Mr. Beast can think of a comic that is testicle twisting, esophagus thrusting, and tear-jerking as this, because Peacemaker fights someone who uses cocaine in the Peacemaker Tries Hard comic series. So the story starts with a man here named General Immortus, who's apparently hundreds of years old, and while drinking coffee, this sack of potatoes was visited by Peacemaker and Red Beet. And these two want information about the location of someone named the Brain, who's literally just a brain in a water bottle and wants to take over the world. But anyways, after Chris, who's Peacemaker's real name, says something ageist to the general, he refused to give any info regarding the Brain, but he needs this information badly, and if he didn't get it, he would shove a napkin dispenser up the general's white starfish, and the general felt insulted. After all these years of being alive on this green pea, he has tried everything. So did you really think he never had a damn dispenser up his squishy chocolate maker? Well, you would be right, because he didn't enjoy it, and decided that he would tell Chris where the Brain is at. So now that they got the location, which is very far away apparently, they now need some transportation, and I mean some meaty transportation. But the thing is that they can't fly a plane, so they decide to get some help from the owner of the plane named Johnny Blackhawk. And Chris is worried that his age may hinder him flying the plane, but Johnny Blackhawk tells him not to worry, because even though he forgot everything about life, he still knows how to fly, fuck, and fornicate. And honestly, that's all that matters in life. But anyways, after tugging each other's wieners, they hop on a plane and finally make it to the Amazon rainforest, the supposed location of the Brain. So now Peacemaker and Red Beet just need to find the location. But while they were doing that, they come across some tree frogs, which are actually frogs that if you touch, you will die. And that may not sound significant to you, but the thing is that Chris is covered entirely by them. But he'll be fine. He has a venom-proof helmet, so they could just tag along. But anyways, they come across this group of gamers to ask for more info regarding the Brain. But it turns out they're more dangerous than Dream fans, and they kidnap both of these donkeys just in time for the villain of the week to arrive, the cocaine-wielding behemoth Snowflake, finally getting the chance to kill someone after so long because he's been bored. So he's going to do that, but he wants to make this kibosh spicy. So a random kid making tikka masala told him to feed them to piranhas, and he thought that that was a great idea and was getting ready to organize this. But while they were doing that, Red Bee commanded one of his bees that he's apparently trained to be stronger than the Rock to help get inside the handcuffs and unlock them, which it successfully pulled off. But when Snowflake saw this, he knew that he had to kill them the old-fashioned way. So he shoved his Peaky Blinders into a pile of cocaine and went absolutely Super Saiyan, which honestly can't happen in real life, but don't ever try it though, you're a loser if you do. But after sucking up some snot chalk, he went to work on Peacemaker while Red Bee dealt with the other goons. But Chris was having a hard time beating Snowflame, so the most unlikely assistant came through a bee to deliver Chris a gun, so he could use it to blast Snowflame in the face, which unfortunately did nothing. And he was fired up even more, so he nosedives into the galaxy of booger sugar to get juiced up, but instead got a bunch of tree frogs exploring his nostrils and killing him then and there. Meanwhile, after being Snowflame, Peacemaker asked the tikka masala boy for some directions, and he just simply pointed in the direction of the Brain's lair. And that's about it. Subscribe and I'll see you later.